Hi, I'm Tanja Sivil, a researcher from Tampere University from the Become project, and today I'm going to be talking to you about how the Finnish teachers have been using and integrating the sub-competences in their teaching. So overall, by now, 7 teachers have altogether have participated, as well as 93 students from both bachelor and master degree levels. And the university courses that the competences have been integrated to are named Work-Oriented Project, Industrial Economics, Active and Entrepreneurial Learning, Academic Supervision and Guidance. And overall, the used sub-competences are listed in the slides. They are creativity, coping with emotions, communication and cooperation skills, as well as personal initiative. So about the planning of integration of the Become teaching, I want to emphasize that it has always been the teacher's choice to choose which sub-competence fits their courses the best. And I want to also emphasize that we wanted to make sure that the Become teaching would work as a pedagogically justified continuum with the rest of the course. So there have been cases that the prior course content has worked as a sort of introduction to the Become teaching. For example, on one course, they first discussed the importance of reflection about among academic advisors, and then we talked about coping with emotions. So it was easy to connect the coping with emotions with the prior course content. And there have always been also been cases where the Become teaching would work as a sort of introduction to further course content. For example, in the Active and Entrepreneurial Learning course, where they first talked about entrepreneurial learning, and then we discussed creativity as a sort of sub-competence from our guidelines, and then for the rest of the course, they talked about innovative pedagogy. For example, on the course work-related project, they were supposed to do project work in groups, so it made sense to introduce managing social situations. There are three competence or sub-competence of that before the work study project work began. So more specifically about this one course example. Before the course, they were discussing about entrepreneurial learning, and I also had them do this drawing as a pre-assignment, which was they were supposed to finish barely started pictures, 9 of them, in a creative way. And during the workshop, I briefly introduced the concept of creativity as an entrepreneurship competence, and I emphasized why it's important for any career, not just in entrepreneurship. They also watched a video which discussed about 4 creativity types, such as innovative and adaptive, and they also discussed whether they recognize themselves from the certain creativity types. They also did a self-assessment survey about creativity and received feedback about how creative they are and what they can do to be more creative in the future. The self-assessment survey, I wanted them to discuss in groups and show the drawings to each other as well. So they discussed how creativity is expressed in their profession and how could they encourage and improve the creativity of their students. They wrote down the summary of the discussions and in the end gave feedback in the form of word cloud. After the Become related teaching, they also continued the discussion towards innovative pedagogy. But I wanted to emphasize the importance of generalizing the study program and its content to suit the specific course the best. This means stepping away from the business and entrepreneurship perspective if needed. Like in our case, I asked them how creativity is expressed in their profession instead of entrepreneurship that was in the original guidelines. So I suggest that teachers would pick the relevant info and material and edit the questions so that they suit the specific course and its content the best. Overall, the experience among teachers and students has been very positive. The teachers have given a very positive feedback about the comprehensiveness and novelty of the guidelines. And they said that the competence-based approach led to gaining new perspectives and pedagogical tools for the future. all of them were really excited to use the guidelines in the future as well, even after the project. But the main challenge has been time constraints and getting enough time to familiarize themselves with the guidelines and restructuring the already structured course content. But among students, also mainly positive views. They have said that they have gained new insights about themselves and getting tools to develop their entrepreneurship competence in the future. Although some students view the competence-related teaching as a useful repetition of already familiar things, but still they enjoyed the exercises and being able to be active in class. And that's about it. I hope you enjoyed this video and be sure to check more from the Become Project website. Bye.